Section 5.4b is about writing equations when you're given 2 points. The problem with only given 2 points is you're not even given the slope. And remember, if you're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form, you have to have a slope and an intercept. The good thing is I'm given 2 points, and if you remember back in previous sections, we know how to find the slope given 2 points by using the formula. So I can use this formula to find my m. Y sub 2, I'll use the 1 here. So let's go 1 minus negative 2. And because I chose the 1 and then the negative 2, I got to go this way. I got to go 5 minus 8. So this is really 1 plus 2, which is 3, and 5 minus 8, which is negative 3. All of that becomes a negative 1. So my m is negative 1. And now it's just like the problems in section 5.4a. I have my slope. I have a point that I can use to find my b. I just do it exactly the same way. So next thing to do is to find the b. And we do that by using the slope-intercept form. You can pick either point, 5, 1 or 8, negative 2, it doesn't matter. I'm going to choose 5, 1. So plug a 1 in for y, plug negative 1 in for m, and plug 5 in for x. And then solve for the b. Oops. So this is a negative 5, so I'll add 5 to both sides. So 5 plus 1 is 6, so b equals 6. Slope-intercept formula, I plug a negative 1 in for the m and a 6 for the b. You could even rewrite this one as negative x plus 6. So these problems are just like section 5.4a, except you start by having to find the m when you're given 2 points using the slope formula. Here we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form. So we need 2 things. We need the slope and the intercept. I am not given either, so we start with the slope formula. And we'll plug in. I'm going to use my y, I'm going to go 4 minus 0. So 4 minus 0 for the y's, which means I have to go 0 minus 6 for the x's. So we get 4 over negative 6, which reduces to negative 2/3. So my slope here is negative 2/3. Now the next thing to do is to find the b. I could go through all the steps that I've been going and show you how to do that again. But if you recognize something, if you recognize that this ordered pair right here has a 0 in front of it, then you know that if it's got a 0 in front of it, the number in the back, that's your b. So it turns out that my b here in this case is 4. So I can go right to my answer. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. If I didn't have this special point with a 0 something, then I would have had to plug one of those points in with the m and find the b. Here's another example. Slope-intercept form means I need to start with slope. I'm going to do the 2 first, so I'll do 2 minus negative 4. And that means I got to do 5 minus negative 7. Remember, minus and negative is the same as adding the additive inverse, so this is really a 2 plus 4. And this is really a 5 plus 7. Reducing that fraction, looks like my slope is 1/2. Next thing to do is to find the b. I can pick any point I want. I'll stay with the positive numbers here. So y is 2, the m is 1/2, the x is 5, and plus b. So this is 2 equals 5/2 plus b. Well, I'm going to have to subtract 5/2 from both sides. So we're going to have to do some fraction work. So we'll go 2 over 1 minus 5/2. I need common denominators of a 2. So we multiply this first fraction by 2 over 2, making it a 4 over 2 minus 5 over 2, which means my b is going to equal negative 1/2. So now I know my m and my b. Plug those into the slope-intercept form. Y equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. Here's a problem where I have to find an equation in slope-intercept form, but this time it's in ACT format. This is a question you might see on an ACT. I'm given 2 points, so that's going to help me find my slope. For the y's, I'll choose the negative 4 first. So negative 4 minus negative 1. That means I got to use the 6 first for the x's. 6 minus negative 3. So this is really a negative 4 plus 1 and a 6 plus 3. So what is that? Negative 3 over 9, or my m equals negative 1/3. Now here's the nice thing about multiple choice problems is I can cross off b and d right away because neither one of those have an m of negative 1/3. Now I still have to find the b. I'll pick any point there. I'll do the let's do the negative 3, negative 1. So negative 1 equals negative 1/3 times negative 3 plus b. Here's a reason I chose the negative 3, negative 1. I could see that my m had a 3 in it, and I knew that my x value here of a 3 would cancel with that 3. So that's why I chose that. Because now I can cancel the 3 and the 3, I can cancel the negative and the negative, and I get negative 1 equals 1 plus b. Subtracting 1, and you get b equals negative 2. So I can cross this one off, and my answer is A.